This is a short little video on calculating inflation. Now, in this particular problem that we're looking at three different goods, boxes of spaghetti, jars of spaghetti sauce, and loaves of garlic bread. And we're looking at how their prices change between one year and the next year, and the fact that their prices change in differing amounts can make calculating inflation difficult. The key idea behind this problem is that when we talk about inflation in an economy, we have a lot of different goods out there in the economy, and the prices of goods don't always go up by the same amount. Prices change in all kinds of different directions for different goods, and when we calculate inflation, we need to think about how to put all of those different goods and price changes together. And typically this is done through creating a market basket of goods. This is what the Bureau of Labor Statistics does when computing, for instance, the Consumer Price Index. Right? It looks at a market basket of goods and how the price changes for that market basket. So in essence, we're looking at that idea in this problem. Now we've created a situation where we're only looking at three different goods. Boxes of spaghetti sauce, boxes of spaghetti, jars of spaghetti sauce, and loaves of garlic bread. And it's important to note how their prices change from year one to year two. Boxes of spaghetti go from $2 to $1. The price has gone down. This happens often in economic situations where prices do go down for some goods in an economy. So it's gone down by 50%. We have jars of spaghetti sauce. They have gone up in price by $1. In this case, that would be a 20% increase in the price for jars of spaghetti sauce. And loaves of garlic bread, which have also gone up by $1, the same amount as jars of spaghetti sauce. But because our price starts off at $2, that dollar increase is, right, it's a 50% increase in the price there. So we have this situation where prices have kind of moved in different directions for different goods, and we need to kind of put it all together to create the idea of what inflation would be in this economy from year one to year two. Now, the key idea when thinking about inflation is all these goods have changed in different ways in terms of their price. But what we're going to be focusing on is a market basket of goods. And the idea of looking at market basket is we're trying to figure out the impact that this will have on the consumer. Right? How does the consumer feel the net price increase in what they're buying on a regular basis? So in the hypothetical market basket that we've set up, we have consumers purchasing 3 boxes of spaghetti, 2 jars of spaghetti sauce, and 4 loaves of bread. And we need to figure out what is the rate of inflation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate out the market basket price, the total cost of the market basket for each year. So for year one, right, our market basket for year one would be, well, it's 3 boxes of spaghetti times $2. So it's 3 times 2 plus 2 jars at $5 a pop. So 2 times $5 plus 4 loaves of garlic bread at $2 each. 4 times 2, which market basket for year one should be $24. That's going to be the cost for year one. What about the market basket for year two? Well, I'll repeat the process again. Market basket for year two would be 3 times, but in this case it's $1, plus 2 jars at $6 a pop, plus 4 loaves of bread at $3 a pop, which means that my market basket for year two is going to be $27. So clearly, for the consumer, there has been an increase in the cost of buying the same amount of goods. There has been, in total, an inflationary effect here. How much is that inflationary effect? Well, we need to calculate out the rate of inflation here. Let me quickly just clean away some of this, and then we'll talk about the rate of inflation. Let me just make a note for myself here. Market basket for year 1 is $24. Market basket for year 2, $27. Okay, so what we need to do now is calculate out the rate of inflation, right? What will be the effect that a consumer will feel in their pocketbook comparing year 1 and year 2? So the way we calculate out our rate of inflation is, it's pretty simple. All we do is we take our market basket price for year 2, subtract it by the market basket for year 1, and divide it all by the market basket for year 1. And then we multiply that result by 100 to get our percentage. So in this case, my rate of inflation is equal to, well, market basket for year 2, 27, minus market basket for year 1, 24, all divided by 24 times 100. And if I do this out, I will have 3 divided by 24, which will give me a rate of inflation of 12.5%. So when we consider the different prices, right, each of these goods have changed in prices by different percentages, and also the different goods carry different weights in terms of their overall price. And people buy these goods in differing amounts, as we show with our market basket. So with all these different kind of changes and trying to compare all these different price changes in these different goods together, we eventually come out with a net inflation rate of 12.5% for this economy from year 1 to year 2.